Alright guys, I'm going to show you how to use MIST for part 2 of our test, the multiple choice part. There's definitely different types of questions and some tools that we need to learn in order to be successful this year. First things first, put in the password that your teacher gives you. Right, confirm that it's you. Start test. It's going to show you how to navigate. You can read that if you want. It's going to give you a list of tools. Refresh your memory. Look through this so you can see what you need to do. Okay? I'm going to go through it when we get to the test. Alright, so the first thing to remember, this arrow helps you see just the reading passage if you need to read it without the question there. As you're reading, remember to use your highlighter tool, the one that looks like a highlighter. So if you find some key points that you think are helpful that you need to remember, you can highlight as you go. Also, as you read the line reader that you had on your essay component a couple months ago, right, the 2 lines in the A, this will help you be able to see. Okay, if you like that, use it. If not, don't. If you need to zoom in, zoom out. Also the flag function up here. If you're not sure about a question and you want to be able to come back to it, click flag, and when you go to review, it's going to show up as flag, so that way you know you wanted to go back and check your answer. Alright, so those are the basic functions that you need to use on every question. Right? The things that are different this year, the types of questions. What's the central idea of passage 1? That's pretty straightforward, right? You're going to select the answer by clicking on it and press next. Okay? That's going to take you to the next question. How do Lord Henry's feelings towards Basil Hallward change by the end of passage 1? You're going to select your answer and press next. But now we're getting into some weirder questions. As soon as you see part A, recognize there's going to be a part B. There are 2 parts to a lot of the questions on the test this year. Okay, and they're going to relate to one another. So up here is a regular multiple choice. I don't know, I'm going to pick C. Down here it says, which quote from the passage best supports the correct answer to part A? Right, so you're going to have to find the piece of text that answers that. So when your teachers are saying, what's the central idea and how does the author prove it with the text? That's what this is asking. What's the central idea? And what line in the text shows us that? Right, so you have to answer both parts of this in order to get it correct. I'm going to skip forward a little bit by clicking review. I'm going to move forward to question 5 to show you that type as well. But you can already see here where I've flagged a question, so you could go back and look at it. All right, question 5 is going to be a 2-part one, but this bottom part is what I want you to see. Let's maybe see. Select the phrase that best supports the correct answer up there. You're going to actually have to find a line of text. So maybe I think it's this one, but if I change my mind, right, and I want it to be a different one, you got to click again and then click down here. Okay. One tool I'm realizing I forgot to show you is the strikeout tool. If you are someone who has that test-taking strategy where you mark out the obviously wrong answers, use this and you can mark them out like that. Okay, I'm not sure that it works down here though, it doesn't. If you want to unselect it, you just click on it again. So that might help you hide answers that you don't want to use. Okay, so again down here you've got to select the text that you want. Okay, you must deselect a text box to select the new one. So to do that, you just click on it and pick the one that you want. Okay, and then press next. We're going to skip forward to question 7. Another tricky thing they're going to do this year is sometimes they're going to ask you to pick 2 answers. Okay, that means you don't just pick A and move on. You got to pick both answers that could be correct in order to get the question right. So make sure that you read the question and see really what it's asking. I'm going to go ahead and press next. This year's test is going to be divided into parts. When you finish the first part, it's going to tell you, well, this one, it wants me to review because I didn't answer them all. Once you finish the first part, you cannot move on until you cannot go back to the section that you've already finished. So I'm going to press no here because I want to review it. Uh-oh, I didn't answer all the questions. I could go back and answer them if I wanted. If I'm certain that I'm good, I don't need to check any more answers, then I'm going to press next and say, yes, I'm ready to go. Okay. I have two other question types I want to show you, so I'm going to skip forward to question 10. Okay, question 10. Again, normal multiple choice up here, but down here it says, again, select two claims. So this time I'm going to find two pieces of the text in here that back up what I just said. So you're going to have to click on two different ones. Again, to deselect it, click on it again and find the next one that you want. Okay. And the last question that I want to show you today before we finish is question 15. Right? This one, it's hard to read, right? So I'm going to highlight to help myself. I'm going to highlight the question. There's 7 words or phrases in the passage that are underlined to show they may be incorrect. For each underlined word or phrase, select the correct replacement from the drop-down menu. So this, I'm going to have to read this part here. This is a grammar question, right? And I'm going to say, well, what's the best way to do it, right? And you're going to have to find all of them. Okay, it's going to be hard. If you don't see it and you press finish, you might not get full credit. So you click and think through what's the best answer here. And I know I have some of these wrong. When you're ready, press review. Make sure you didn't leave any blank like I did. You can go back to them by clicking on the number. If you're ready to submit, you're going to press finish. It's saying you didn't answer them all, and you will answer all of yours, right? But I'm going to press yes. There's going to be a survey that pops up. Keep pressing submit. Here's a survey. I'm going to skip that. You're going to take the survey though. Press submit, log out, and you are done.